Hi guys, Prisha here. Welcome to my channel. I have a show glass box for you today. This one is a show glass box with an acetate so that I can show what is inside the box, but you don't have to do that. You can just have it completely covered so that what is inside is hidden. I just wanted to show my card because it's very expensive looking, looks very luxurious, so I just chose to do this kind of a box. So you want a box like this if you want to preserve the card that you have, because it has a lot of details which are delicate and lots of dimensions which you do not want getting squished inside a normal envelope. So it opens like this and you push this in just a little bit to close it. So there. I really loved making this box. So the inspiration came from this box. My family went to Japan earlier this year and bought me a box of chocolate, and that was what the box looked like, and I thought it was very, very clever. So I reverse engineered it to make it for a 5x7 card. So I don't know if boxes like this have tutorials online or not, but this is my version of it. So I hope you find it informative. So let's get started. So to make this box, you need a piece of 9 1/4 by 6 1/4 and a piece of just over 9 1/4 by just over 7 3/4. And you need a piece of acetate if you are going to make a show glass box of just under 7 by just under 5. So on your 9 1/4 by 6 1/4 piece, you want to score along the 6 1/4 side. You want to score at 1, and then at 9 1/4 side you want to score at 1 again, and then you want to turn it around and then score it at 1 again. And then your 7 3/4 by 9 1/4 card piece, you want to score along the 7 3/4 side at 1, and then you want to turn it around and then score at half, and then at 1 1/2. And along the 9 1/4 side you want to score at 1, and then turn it around and score again at 1. Okay. So on your the smaller piece, you want to cut off the squares that is created by a scoring overlap. So you don't want to cut it off completely, you just want to cut up until the score line. So you cut from the score line, and then you cut a little wedge off. So this will be your base of your box. So do the same thing on the other side, cut the score line and then a little wedge of it so that you have something like this. And you can fold and burnish it. Next, you can get your glue and apply it to that square. And you can paste it like that. And then do the same thing to the other side. And you can just leave it to dry off. So on your other piece, where you have your half score line, you want to cut off that little box. So cut it off completely. Then just cut off a little wedge of it as well. And then turn around, and what you did with that piece, you want to do the same thing on the other side on this piece. So you cut up until the first score line and cut a little wedge off. Same thing on this side. And you want to fold and burnish it. Now for this piece, you want to cut from the score line diagonal to that score line. Like that. Same thing from this score line diagonal to that one. And then you'll get your scoreboard out again. And then on your triangle, you want to score from that crossover mark until the bottom. So scoring it in the middle of the triangle. That. And same thing you want to do over here on the other side. Now you want to fold it like this. So you get that triangle shape like that. Okay, once you've done this, if you wish to make it a show glass box, then you need to cut your window. So I'll do that. Cut my window. I want to just make a border. If you have a die cutting machine that's big enough to fit this, then use that. So I'm using my mat as a guide, my cutting mat as a guide, and just gonna make an even border. Then you get your cutting knife and cut it off. And once you've done that, on the side with just the 1-inch score line, you're going to add your glue to the box and paste them to create that lid, just like you did to your previous piece. And then you want to get your lid and you want to put this 1/2-inch tab inside the base of your card, your box. So apply glue to this side and paste it. And then you want to cut off a little wedge on either side. This is to help the box to close. So to close your box, you want to make sure that your little triangles here are well burnished, and to close the box you need to push this inside just a little bit, bring this down and push this inwards. Okay, now that that's done, you want to get your acetate and put it on top. So I need my double-sided tape for that. Alright, that's all done. So I've gone in and put a 3/4 size border around the front, and opens, closes, and that's that one. So I hope you found it useful, and I hope you find some use for this kind of box. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you wish to see more of my ideas, card designs, do subscribe to me. And if you liked this video, then please do hit the like button. Until next time, Bye.